Hi, I am Hope Adams.
And I'm Dre Valentine.
And we are Xanax for breakfast. So we both have anxiety and panic attacks, but the purpose of this show is we're going to laugh about it because we're funny about it. Living with anxiety and panic attacks, it's a hard thing to have, but we like to find the humor in it. I am Hope, and that is Dre over there wow, let's use our words, Hope. On today's episode, we are going to talk about the functions. And Dre, what do we mean by the functions?
We're talking about the fact that when you have a planned function that is not your own.
Or your own, actually.
Yeah, your own is probably a little bit more stressful. Yeah. But going to someone else's, you have no control over.
You have no control. So like by the functions, I mean, we can cover all things. Well, first of all, like my birthday's coming up, so that's a function. So we'll probably air this one on the birthday week of that. But we can talk about, let's go with birthdays first. So any kind of function will cause like panic and anxiety to me. I don't really care what it is. Right. But I guess birthdays, be it mine or anyone else's. I don't know. Do you have an issue with your birthday?
I hate my birthday.
Okay.
Well, mine's a holiday.
It is. So let's real quick.
Double.
Her name is Dre Valentine. So pick the holiday.
Pick the holiday.
Yes, that's hers. Okay. So yours is you hate your birthday.
I've hated my birthday since I was little.
Okay.
But just because when I was little, it was a holiday. So everybody celebrates it, and you kind of get like lost. And like, like my sister, my mom, everybody had birthdays and it was about them.
Right.
Mine was never about me. Mine was about little love and whatever, couples
love.
And dates and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's always been an issue. And then as I got older, it became about the numbers growing.
The numbers. So what you're saying is that we don't have candles on our cake anymore.
No, there's like 12.
There's 12. I spaced them out.
Yeah.
They all mean
like just
something.
4 corners. We're good.
Let's make a shape. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess my thing with birthdays, I was a summer baby, so I always felt like neglected. And mine's 7/7. It's very easy to remember. So it's right after that big holiday. So usually people were gone or something like that. So like, I never really had like big birthday parties because like it was the summer and like who
can come?
Who can come? Like all the kids that had birthdays during school year, like they always had parties and stuff like that. I didn't have that.
I did have a party on my birthday every year. Yeah. That is true at school.
So that was like, so it was just like one of those things with that. But now, I don't know if it's like the anxiety of it of like, oh my God, I'm older now. Mm-hmm. And then it's also like, I can't hang.
Ew.
On
I'm
any
like,
level.
Dinner done.
Yes.
Dinner done.
On any level, I cannot hang with birthdays. And it's like we got to make a plan. Step 1, we have to invite people. Step 2,
and hope they don't decline.
Hope they don't decline on your special day. Or
maybe.
Let me check my calendar, which is also the thing that I say, and I'm sorry, but it's true. It's true. Like I do a lot of things. It's true, but so having the whole anxiety of like, okay, oh my God, I'm getting older. Wow, I can't believe I made it this far. That's some of it. But also like, okay, I'm like starting to feel my age probably. And in that sense, it's like I feel it like we've already been through this, like in my joints. Like everything else, like I still feel 22 and I'm good. But like my body is like, yep, you're definitely that old now. So there's that. But then it's like the whole you have to show up. And my big thing is like, I don't like to be center of attention at all. Like, and there are people that have been in my life and that are in my life. They're like, please put the spotlight on me.
As we're like, please follow us and listen to everything we say.
Yes.
We don't like to be center of attention.
Yes, we don't. No, we don't. But there's just me and her and a spider in the back. So like, so this is not a big deal. But I don't like being at a table or being at a function and like everybody. Like, it's like I want to talk to you. Hey, it's your day. Let's see this. Let's see this.
Or singing.
Oh, my God. And
don't
a singing song. Please don't do that. That's like another under the table thing. So I guess I struggle. And that's probably part of my panic anxiety, too. It's like the focus is on me and I hate that. So like when I have parties or, we go out or something like that, like I want it to be like just everybody, let's just hang. Like, don't bring me anything. Like you can say happy birthday or something, but like, let's just hang out. But when I go to birthday parties and it's like, an extravaganza. I'm like, where do I sit? What do I do? I'll go tell you yeah.
What if you don't know the other people?
What if
Like
you
if
don't
it's
know
a work
anyone?
friend,
Yes.
it's like a work friend.
And now you have to talk to people.
Yeah.
That you don't know. And yeah. So it's a struggle. I mean, I would assume that is a struggle for a lot of people that have panic anxiety, but definitely like having to show up. And it's almost like, especially like we don't know anyone else and someone else's birthday, it's like you almost have to like play pretend.
Yeah.
Like you can't be the smart ass that we normally are because like, who are we going to offend today?
Exactly.
So I think those are some of the birthday things.
Mine is like preparing for the birthday. Like say they're like, okay, it's Friday at 7 at True Lux. Okay, whatever. And
is
so
that place
then
still open?
I don't know. I think so. But there's like then I have to think about, okay, so that's downtown and downtown makes me nervous. And then I have to park. Oh my gosh. And then I have to valet. So I have to clean my car. And then
you have to clean your car to valet.
Ew, yes.
Well, mine's
I mean,
keep going. Just go.
like it's like a disaster, but I mean, you don't want it to look
You don't want the valet to judge you.
I don't want to be judged by the valet. But like there's so many steps. Parking is one of my biggest things. Like if there's no parking, I just won't come. It's terrifying.
She's not lying
to me.
about that. She will not show up.
I won't. It's so scary. Like I don't know how to parallel park, so please do not give me street parking ever, 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 ever.
I wore mascara under the eyes today, and that was dumb. That was dumb. Yeah. So just getting there is a struggle.
Yeah, it's a plan.
It is a plan.
It's a plan. And I'm like, okay, I have to start getting ready 2 hours before, which is ridiculous, right? Ridiculous. And generally everywhere I go is like 45 minutes away.
That is true because you live out in the boondocks. But so do I. So like we live in opposite directions.
I have to plan for that. So I'm like, this is like, if it's at 6, I am like getting ready at 3 o'clock. That's ridiculous. 3 o'clock. It takes my whole day. I don't like to do things.
Not only that, but you've probably pre-planned in your head that's consumed the whole day, probably the night before too, knowing that like our calendar, like our time.
Yeah. Because I've got to find an outfit, buy an outfit, try it on, hate it, start over, like everything comes with that. So it's
just to go to a function.
A function.
So we can move on from that function and move on to one of the worst things ever.
Weddings.
Oh my god. Oh my god, weddings. Oh my god. Where do we begin with weddings? First of all,
you can't get out of them.
Can't get out of them. That's the worst. That's our flight. That's our flight thing. You can't get out of weddings. You can get up from a table
at a restaurant. No. You can get out of a club. You can get out of a concert.
Yes.
You cannot get out of a wedding.
I mean, the worst part is, it's like you're waiting, like, and you're sitting in like a chair or a pew or whatever. You're chilling and you're waiting. But then like if your panic starts coming because you're stuck, you can't get up while they're walking down the aisle or anyone is walking down the aisle. You can't.
Or they're saying they love each other.
Yeah, you can't.
Vowing.
You can't even like sneeze. Like, have you ever held a sneeze at a wedding? I have. And I'm like, I can't sneeze right now. Weddings are just so... Is it the reception? Is it like the actual wedding or is it the receptions that's the hardest?
I think the wedding part is the worst for me. Receptions, you're fine. You can get up if you have to.
Yeah. You can roam.
But except for like speeches and stuff like that,
Which is awful too, because if you suck at speeches, I'm judging you.
Receptions, you don't get to pick where you sit. So you can't sit by a door or an escape route. There's nothing. You just have to like sit where your little place card is, and
with people that you probably don't know. Again,
well, hopefully you always have Donna.
So. I do.
So
if she goes, she hasn't gone to all of them. No, she has bowed out on several of them. So, but they have been like with people that I know, and I had lots of people there, so it was fine. But weddings are like, oh God, we're sorry. Weddings are
like congratulations to everyone getting married.
Yes,
it's
love it.
I love weddings.
I love them. I do. I cry every time.
Yes.
I literally cry.
I love everything about them except for the fact that I have to sit there and not move.
Yes.
And everybody...
And act like I'm okay.
And everybody's telling me that I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't like that they tell me that.
Yes. That is it. I mean,
I'm
I think
like, can I sit right here at the back?
Right. So like, okay, so here's my thing with weddings too, is like the actual like wedding part. I am conveniently like later than most people. Like I get there at like the last few minutes so that I can sit in the back.
Oh, that's
or by
smarter.
the door or the
And they
aisle.
put you in like so close to people, and
They
I'm
put you on top
I'm
of people
I'm
because
big on people being right next to me. Like that
me too.
stresses me out
Me
because I'm
too.
like, ooh, mm. Like you're gonna feel the like tingle that I get when my anxiety hits. It's like my skin gets hot. I'm like,
Yeah.
they know,
They know.
and then it's
They know.
worse. Like if I think someone knows I'm panicking, it is on.
Yeah. That's my thing. And I think that's a huge thing for both of us too. Is like I try to hide it most of the time
Yes,
too.
and
Like
it's
and
like, how
that's
can you hide it?
yeah, trying to like act like you're fine when you're not, I think is actually harder than the actual anxiety itself.
Yeah,
Just
and
trying to
people
play it
like,
off.
what's the matter? Fuck
Right?
you. That's what's the matter. Like
What's the
I
matter?
don't
I
want
don't
to
know.
talk.
I don't
Like
want
if
to
I
talk.
talk, you're going to know because I'm gonna be like, like the quiver, like
Yeah.
all the and like my sentences don't make sense.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I'm the
Yeah.
worst.
Weddings are hard. Yeah, and I mean, there's also like funerals too. Funerals,
Oh.
but usually like, there's a service, but then like, you're outside for the rest of it and that is okay. But funerals that take like 4 years to do,
Oh.
those were bad too. Because also like we'll go back to like I think it's part of our anxiety too. Is like we feel like we have to pee all the time
Oh
too.
God, I know.
And so it's like we have to like it's just functions are hard. Let's see what else. I was gonna like bring up like a birthday issue that I remember like just a thing with birthdays. I don't even know how old I was. It's like we're probably 23, 24. And like we had a birthday party for me. It was like a all day extravaganza because back then we could hang and do that. And like we went to eat it on the border. Remember? Like we had a big
Oh,
table. It
in
was
the
a long time
back?
ago. Yeah, in the back, and it was like I don't know, there's a lot of us, and people kept buying me shots, and like I don't drink anymore. She doesn't either. We don't drink, unfortunately. We wish we could, but our panic doesn't allow it.
I don't like to be out of control
Exactly, I don't either.
at all.
So that's why we don't drink at all. But back in the day, I would slam a few, and people kept buying me shots, which is fine. But then someone bought me like 2 doubles of like Patron. And I had to just shoot them right there. And like I was good. You're good until it like hits
Like
you
10 minutes later.
and then it hits you. And I remember at my birthday having to like get up and like somehow find the bathroom. And like how you do like the bathroom stall walk where you're trying to like balance yourself and find out. I just remember like sitting in the bathroom for like 10 minutes on my birthday because I was so messed up. And then we went and played volleyball after that. I don't really remember how that went. But yeah, so like, so on top of like having anxiety, when we threw some liquor on it, it makes it a lot worse. It's kind of like the pot stories that I hypothetically did. Hypothetically, yeah. But
I did them.
It's I don't know. Do we have any weird stories?
I don't really have any bad birthday stories. I mean, I have bad birthday stories, but they're not like panic ridden. They're
Yeah.
just bad. But I tend to not go out on my birthday because it,
Oh,
like
okay.
I said, it's a holiday, so
Uh-huh.
most people are on dates and stuff like that. So I tend to do it a different day. So then
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not my birthday anymore. So
It's not
I have like half the anxiety.
just
A regular function anxiety.
It's just a
not-
regular function. It's like it's your birthday, but it's not your birthday.
I get more anxiety whenever it comes to like my parents doing my birthday because they're the people that are
Oh.
gonna want to have somebody sing to me, and
Oh,
like
that's
my mom's always like, "Oh, take a picture in this frame." Like she has like a birthday frame that she makes. And you have to,
What?
like hold. Oh my god, you have to hold it, and like your head's in the middle of it, and it says like "Happy Birthday." It's so awful, and
Has she like had this frame for a long
forever.
time? Okay.
It's like we have 900 pictures with this. Everybody has them every single year. And she does it in public. She doesn't just do it
it's in
like
public?
at the house. Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't do it. So it's
Your mom's
whatever
neat.
restaurant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
whatever. It's my stepmom, so
It's
she's
your-
actually fun.
Oh, got it.
We'll get into our real moms one day.
One day.
But yeah, she does it all the time. My little sister, her birthday was last week, and she had to use the frame, and I was like,
So sorry for
because I
you.
skipped it this year because I was like, it's not my birthday.
Oh,
It's snowing.
it's I wasn't a day of birth for me because it was snowing. So
I skip all years that have to do with snow, and my birthday's in February, so it's often.
okay,
So
you just skip it.
I'm like 37 now.
You're still in our prime at that.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else. I just lost it. It's gone.
Hmm.
gotta hate it when I do
Make you
that.
nervous?
Oh, no, we can keep going because if we're gonna go on functions, let's talk about like having, and you're having to do this a lot right now anyways, is meetings. Like, so like meetings,
You make me
like
sweat.
conferences, anything of like where I have to sit with people that are like not my buddies. Like now I like my work friends or whatever, like we're friends or whatever, but like not like my outside buddy. You know what I mean? So anything that you're stuck is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Anything like that. I know it is for me. So like for my job, we have a lot of meetings at the beginning of the year, some in the middle. We have conference days where we have to go and sit and listen to really smart people.
I can sit and listen. It's whenever I have to talk, which is a lot right now.
Yeah, 'cause you have to talk a lot right now.
I have to like practice before.
You practice talking?
Yeah, like we don't practice for this. Like I'm like, okay, I got my topic, I'm going.
No,
And I don't even think about
There's
this.
no script, obviously.
I don't think about it
I
on my
don't
way
either.
here or anything. I'm not gonna have any ideas because then I'll be like focused, and then
Right.
it's not real. But those I have to write down. I'm like a list maker like crazy. Every single day there's a new list of like whatever. Well, my job.
Yes, got it.
But so I have to like write out all my key points and stuff like that, and then I never even talk about them.
Oh. Well, maybe it's because you like write them down and you think about them, and then you don't have to. You can hit other things that they're asking probably on that one.
Yeah.
Mine is also like because there's a speaker usually, and it's like rude to get up, and I'm like, but I always am very cognizant of like where I sit. I'm like, do not put me at a table. Like, don't assign me anything. And like I'll get there early so that way I can sit where I want. Like I will get there stupid early and like be the first person in the building, like because this is where I'm sitting. And like I'm not kidding. Everyone at work knows that. They're like, Hope will be there. She'll get the table.
Were you ever the person that had to sit facing a certain way, like in a restaurant?
Yeah. So my it's weird because my dad was he was a police officer, so his was like he always had to be facing the door. He wanted to see what people were coming. Like I was better it being like my back towards the door, but as long as I was like near the door was my thing. So yeah, so it was just I'm good with my back towards the door because honestly I don't want to like look at somebody in the eyeballs while I'm like shoving stuff in my face.
Yeah.
No, it's just like my thing is like it's just like I need to be close to an exit.
Me too.
I need to be like cocked out to the side a little bit. Like I don't want to be in the circle of love.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be.
Have you ever been to the movies like on a date or whatever, and they pick middle busy movie?
Right.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Aisle.
Aisle, please, or like the side over there.
I know, like the whole movie. I'm like.
You even watched the movie?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
I'm better now with stuff like that, like because I have a person that makes me comfortable, which I'm sure like Donna takes away some of that with you as well,
Yeah.
So as long as like he's right there, like I'm better
Mm-hmm.
with those little situations.
Yeah.
But
they're still hard.
But I still think about it. Like when he goes and he sits there, I'm like, and he's like, "You're gonna be fine."
Do you really make that noise?
No, yeah, I'm like.
See, I don't make a noise. I just have a look, and I'm sure it is like a pure, like, I don't even know, childlike, deer in the headlights look, and she'll look at me, she'll be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Okay. She's like, "What?" Okay.
Yeah, he's like that in the car. Like I'll just be silent. He's like, "Oh no." Oh no.
We're gonna do a whole episode of our Sig Others too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to convince her to come on this show. She may just sit over there on the couch and like have a mic and talk. I don't know that she'll come on camera, but I mean, she has some things to say. But I do have, I have like a look that like yesterday I was like a wave of panic. I don't even know where we were. We were in Lowe's and Home Depot. If you don't know, I live there now because we're building our house. And first of all, like that's another function that I don't like. It's exploring Home Depot and Lowe's, not because they're awful stores. They're great stores.
You don't like mall stores.
I don't like stores in general. But like especially like stores that like I have no idea what the things that are in there and like what they do and how you do things with them. So I'm just like lost. So like I don't know what to do. So anyways, but like we were there with like my nephew and my father-in-law, brother-in-law, and all that stuff, and we were picking out something. Pipes.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were picking them out, and I was just at a point where I just looked at her and she was like, "Okay, go push the cart and walk around. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go look for birds that are flying at people because
Yeah.
this is like, yeah, it's hard. Yeah. And I think some people like, that listen to this are like, well, like, what do you do? Like, are you getting help? Are you doing anything like that? Well, I'm halfway through therapist school to be a therapist about this. Yeah, I mean, there's things that we do. I know that we're both, like we both take, anxiety medication and things like that. I don't take as much as I used to, so that's probably is some of it too.
I haven't taken any in a month and a half.
And she hasn't taken any in a month and a half.
That
So
is like
that is
the biggest
huge.
deal.
Yeah, that is absolutely huge. So yeah, I mean, we do like there is like we do those things. Obviously, like we've both been in therapy. Therapy is golden. It does help. You just have to find the right person for sure, because if you don't connect like with your therapist, and like they start spitting out things that are like totally against like anything that you've even said. It's like they don't even listen. That's a problem too. So make sure that when you go to therapy, which you should, make sure that you connect with somebody that's really good. I know I do a lot of like meditating when I can, but I think a big thing for me is to like find things that I like to do, and make sure that I somehow implement those in my week or my day or something like that. Because we're always going to have to go to functions, and
Mhm.
that sucks. So yeah, so like I struggle with functions. She struggles with them. I was thinking that's the time the whole time. I
I
have no
don't
idea
know
how
when
long
the time is.
I don't know. But yeah, so birthdays are horrible on many levels.
There are.
Happy birthday. We do love the people we go to the birthday parties for. We do. We love
Yeah.
you. It's just like, when you have panic or anxiety, it is a struggle bus to like sit through a function, especially if you can't get up and move around, or you like you buy us food that we're not gonna eat and then
Oh,
like you're
yeah.
like, oh, try it, and we're like, yeah,
Yeah, I
that's a
need
whole other
that.
story. Like if you set us next to each other at a function, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Yeah, and so weddings were super hard too for people with anxiety. So I definitely think that people that listen to the show, I think that they understand that, and they're with us on that. And definitely the people that don't have anxiety, like look out for your friends that you know that do, or that you don't know yet, and they're hiding it too, because that's also pretty hard. Don't you think?
Yeah, and I feel like if you could be someone's like comfort, then
Yeah.
that's good. I've made like a couple of friends like at work only through the fact that I could tell they were panicking,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like I had a good friend for a long time. Her name was Lauren, and that's how we met. I
Mhm.
found her in the bathroom panicking.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Are you okay?" Like, and I was like, "I know
Yeah.
you're not." Okay, so like, let's do this, and I give her, I mean, if you start having anxiety super young, you learn some tricks that
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know, just that'll make you feel better, whether it's counting. I've told Hope this stuff, like if you do a puzzle, I know that sounds really ridiculous,
No.
but it
I
switches
played.
the
Yeah.
sides of your brain.
Yeah.
Um, so if a lot of people don't know that, and a lot of people don't even know they have anxiety. They just think they're freaking out,
There's
or like
something
their boyfriend
wrong.
broke up with them,
Yeah.
like whatever it is. Um, but so like that's how I met her in the bathroom,
Yeah.
and then we were friends for years, and she moved away.
Yeah.
But so being somebody's comfort is a huge deal,
Absolutely.
and you have one, I have one.
Yeah.
They probably hate it,
Yes,
but
they.
whatever.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They do.
I told him that we were gonna do the next episode or whatever on the significant others, and he's like, why are you acting like it's hard to live with me? And I was like, no, it's about y'all's struggle with
Yeah.
living with us, because y'all's lives changed drastically.
Yeah, because neither one of them have panic or anxiety.
Yeah. So
So
it's like,
so they've had to adjust and understand, which is also like a really, I think, it's hard for people that have it to explain it to people who don't.
oh yeah, they're like, huh?
Yeah, like they don't. Yeah,
You
it's
can't sit where?
yeah, it's hard.
What?
That's true. Yeah, it's very hard to verbalize like what it is really like and like what we're going through. Like we can tell you the words and like the feelings and the sensations or like what's happening. But until you actually go through it, or if you're with somebody now, and you see the signs, like I said, like Donna can, like, she knows instantly, and so does Scott. So it's very hard to have that. So wrapping back up, swing it back
don't
around.
go to birthday parties.
Don't go to birthday parties, weddings, or funerals. Yeah, so it's very hard. But you know what? We're still living with it, and we're still going to do it. Just if you invite us to your birthday parties, weddings, or funerals, we're probably going to panic, but it's fine.
Aisles. Seat us on the aisle.
Seat us on the aisle, please, by the door. And we will be the funniest people you know. I swear. All right. So that's it for this episode. I am Hope Adams.
And I'm Jay Valentine.
She does that with so much enthusiasm.
I know.
Like she wants to be here. And then her glasses fell off. And we will see you next time.